Hi everyone, it's Angie. Today we're going to do, what are we doing? A pendant. I got these cutters, they came in a package at Michael's because they had the different shapes that I wanted. I'm not overly impressed with the quality of them, even though they were still, what, $15, $14.99 I believe, but they were the shapes I wanted. And I'm not really good at making my own shapes, so I have in the past, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's easier to buy them, so I'm going to be using this size. But I did get the 3 at Michael's, and for this I'll be using the biggest one. And I've already kind of tried to bend it so it's more in the shape that it should be. But they're cute. I mean, you get a set of 4 in each one of them, so they'll work. I'm going to use this. Now first I'm going to do a Skinner blend, because I'm also going to be using my little tiny flower cutters, and that's what I'm going to need the Skinner blend for. So let's just get started, and as we get going we'll figure it out, right? That's what I usually do. So this is peacock pearl, silver, and pearl. So I'm just going to cut a piece of each. And you know, I don't really measure, I just kind of do it for the size that I actually want. So as you see, I just cut a piece, and they're all a little bit equally. I'm going to use a little bit more of my peacock pearl because I don't have a lot, and I want that to be the main color, or the more overpowering one. So I'm going to condition a little bit with my hands, get it into a shape, and where it's, well, I can roll it out and make it into a form it the way I want it. So we'll get rolling it to condition it some. Especially with your pearl colors, they definitely need to be conditioned well. And this you can maybe see with this one. It's hard to tell on the camera, but there's the mica in here, right? Where it's not all mixed up. You can see that. Oh wait, right there. You can see where it's a little off color. So that all has to be mixed up in it in order for it to have the proper effect that this kind of a clay has. And it gives nice effects, which that's why they're my favorite clays to work with. Even with my other clays that aren't metallics, I'll add pearl white, or I even have, what's it called? I think it's called white glitter. It looks like a silver clay. Excuse me, but here it is right here. And it came right out of its package somewhere. But it's a white glitter. You can see it's not the silver. And you can add this to any color clay you want. And it's going to give it that silvery sparkle to it. And I do love this because I use it fairly often, just to give my clay, the regular plain clay with no metallics in it, to give it that extra sparkle. I like sparkle in my clay. Gotta have a little bling. So there's 2. And I usually use a little extra of the pearl because I find it doesn't, it gets buried in the colors quickly, I guess is a good way of putting it. So I tend to use a little extra of that. And if I find it's too much, then I'll just add some more of my other color. That's the great thing with doing Skinner blends. You can manipulate it any way you want. And I like manipulating it. I might need a little more silver. I don't know. I'll go with that one for now. And then the next thing is, how do you want to layer it? Well, I don't know right now. I'm going to put this on one side, the blue on the other, and the silver in the middle. That's how quickly I just made up my mind. Stretch that out some. Yeah, I'm not overly fancy. Doesn't really matter. It's going to be all twisted up anyway. Excuse me. So I'll just fold this over. and I'm going to start running it through my pasta machine after I give it a little roll because it's quite thick right now. So after I get this into a Skinner blend to my liking, and I'm going to try and keep it as thin as possible too. I don't want it to go wide on me for my flowers. So I'm going to roll it over a few times, as you can see, and I'll keep folding it and rolling it. And when I get it to my liking, I'll come back and we'll move on to the next step. Here we are. So for this, I don't need a lot of flowers, obviously. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut out some, and I'm going to use more over here. I'm not really sure which ones I want. I'm going to push it down a little, make a little hole in it, but I can always do that after too. I think I'll just do it after. So let's see. Do different shades. Because I don't mind. I'm probably going to save some of these for another craft I'll be doing. So I like my little flowers. I'll get some really tiny ones. These ones are really tiny. I could have used a different thickness, but it's okay. There. You got to be so delicate with them. Which is hard when you can't feel things out of your hands half the time. Okay, and with the rest of this, you know, I think I'm just going to chop it up and mix it up. So let's move these flowers so that they're out of the way. Like so. I'll flip that one over. There's something on that one, but that's all right. All right. So I'm just going to take this, roll it up, and get my other blade. It's more stiff. We'll just chop this up. Too many rings on. Not used to it. You know, I love making jewelry, but I very seldom wear it. Strange, eh? It's not because I don't like it. Probably because I don't go anywhere. I think I'm starting to get cabin fever. I know Nova Scotia's doing really well, but I still am not allowed to work. And I'm getting bored. Anyway, that's the way it is, right? Better to be safe than sick. All right, now let's roll this out. I don't know if I want to do that. I might just go with the silver or my antique white. As pretty as that is, I think it's going to be too much. So I'll roll this out. Too much with all the blue. I need a different color. So we'll make a different color. I'm going to grab one of my rollers too. I'm going to put a little pattern on it. Get this all conditioned well. Just like that. Done, done, done. That one's kind of a cool one. I really like this one. I'm going to use this one. There. I think that one's pretty. Just the way it is. I think it'll blend in with these some too. And I'm gonna take my little tool for my flowers. I'm gonna do the mixture ones. Take this one. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to make some lines in it. Take my little ball tool. That one might be, should be all right. Make a little hole here in the middle, like that. I'll have to pick a spot on here, but I also have some leaves that I made. I'm going to go with this one. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Like so. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see better when I'm putting it on here. I'll slice off some. All right, I need to figure out where I'm going to cut this. I think that's a good spot right there. That's what I don't like about the metal cutters either. They're sharp. That one is okay. I'm not going to use that one. Yep, I just got to pick it up, shape it a little bit better. I'm going to put one up here, a couple leaves there, and I'm not flattening this into the, I'm not going to burnish it in there is what I'm trying to say. I want them to do the 3D effect for me. I will smooth them, but I'm not going to varnish them. Excuse me. I'm going to use this just because I don't want my fingerprints all over it. I'm going to take this one. I want my leaves up just a tiny bit. I'm just going to set it right there. Put my lines back in. Apologize if I'm not talking too much. I've been suffering bad headaches lately, so I haven't been quite talkative these days. Anyway, I apologize for that. So put another one here. I'm just going to lay my leaves down and then we'll put the flowers in randomly. Cut a couple more. If I can get my clay going the right way. Whoops. Twisting and twirling. Okay, you want to go there, you can go there. There, that's all I want on there. So we'll take a darker one. So I got a leaf stuck to my finger. You can put 2 lines, 1 line, 3, whatever you want in here. It's just, I just want to mark it a little bit so it's not so plain. The little ones I'll put just 1. That leaf off of me before I stick it to it. All right, and I think I'll go with this one. Now, if you want to know how I learned to make this, it was through Susan Bailey on turtle soup beads. It was many, many years ago. I say many, I don't know how many years ago it was when I happened to see it. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from because it looks like something she has done. Because when I first started out with my clay, I had no tools. I was doing things with just the needle, and oh, I tell you, it was really hard going. So when I seen that, it's like, I can do that. Oh, I think I can. I can't do it as good as she does because she's really good at what she does. Oh, I think my dog just fell down the stairs. It sure sounded like it. I get so nervous with her running around here. Isn't that cute? Just a little tiny thing. And just stick them here and there. I think that's going to make a cute pendant. And to do another one. I love these little flowers. They're so cute. Is that you, Winnie? No, that's Lucy. There's Winnie. Winnie's the older one. I'm going to probably have to get after Lucy because she's going to want her to play and she just can't keep up with the little pop. All right, now what one's next? I don't want to put too many on here, but maybe one more and that probably will be enough. Unless I think it's not. I'm glad I went with the pearl white. Maybe I'll stick one up top and another one just down here randomly. Like how I can't make up my mind? Yeah, I like that. Well, well, well. Down here, and another one up top. That'll be it. So if I do any more than that, then I'm really going overboard. What, Grizz? Got some different treats for my cat. Oh, geez. He loves them. He's driving me crazy with them. There. But I can't keep giving them to him because he's not eating his cat food now. Now let's just touch up these edges. Just like I say, it's a little rough. or the metal joints, and that's, you know, that's just the way it is with those kind of cutters. So you just push up around here like this, and you can't even tell. So I'm gonna save this for the backing after I bake it. So I'm gonna put this in the oven and bake it. And I'm probably only gonna bake this one for about a half hour because it's not real thick. And where it's the pearl white, I don't like baking them too long because it'll go dark, and I don't want it to go dark. So when I'm done that, I'll be back. And we can do the next step. I decided to get some of my mica powder out, just to go on the inside of my little flowers. You know, I got to dazzle them up a little bit more. So just a little dot here. Just going to stick my brush in the middle of this, just to give it a little more color. Oh yeah, I almost blew with this sitting right in front of me. Let me pick it up. And let's see, I got some in here. I'm gonna put some in this one. And put some in that one. Let me get this stuff working so I don't have to keep moving so much. Put some in my blue. Grab a little bit more. Brush picks up more than what I need. Yeah, that should be good. Again, I tend to go overboard, so I gotta be careful. That's good. It just lightens them. It just brightens them up a little bit more. So there. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven. All right, here it is out of the oven. So now I'm just gonna put some of my liquid clay on here. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. And just rub it in there. You don't want it too slippery. Excuse me, when you put the other clay on. It's just enough to help it bond. I'm gonna put this on. Slide it over here a little more. I'm just going to trim around it. Oops. I was going to put a bail on the back, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll just put a little hole in it and hang it. Just trim this up, get nice and smooth. Oops, and I'll put it back in the oven. And that's it for that. A lot of alcohol ink on me because I've been doing a lot of dyeing things. Just want to make sure my sides are all, excuse me, all nice and smooth. Before I put it in the oven. And when that's finished baking, I'll come back. I don't know if I might have to put some kind of a smear on the edge or not. It depends on how it looks. We'll see. I can also just kind of pull it up too, right, like that. Just to try to get it nice and tight. We'll see what it looks like. It's probably going to be okay. So when that's done, I will be back. Okay, so here it is out of the oven. I was kind of playing around and did this one too. I put a coat of varnish on top of it. Varnish, Varathane, whatever it is. Varnish. So this one here, I'll just clean up the sides a little bit. And yeah, I'm just going to figure out where I want the top. Right here. So we can just put a hole in here. Right there. Go through it a couple of times, make sure it's nice and clean. I don't know if I can fit a regular jump ring in there because it's quite thick. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. I already had them out, but maybe not. Let's see if I can fit that in there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm probably going to have to make one. Or find my large ones. Excuse me. Yeah, it's quite big. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's see, these aren't big. Here's big ones, but it might be too big. But I'll try it. These are the only two sizes I have, unless I make one. Make sure I close it up properly. I'll just tuck it in. No, it opened up on me again. Whoops. I have to get another pair of pliers. Hard on the fingers. There we go. There. And I'll just put one of my cords on that. I still have to varnish it. There it is. But I will put some varnish on it. That's how it is. It's not too bad. I'll put a coat of varnish on it right now, and when it dries I'll come back just so you can see the difference in the two. And here we go. You can see how much shinier this looks. The metallic coming through, and this is the back. So it came out really nice. I like it. I like it a lot. You can see that is the 3D going on. Whoops. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And until next time, you guys take care of yourself. Bye.